It was Christmas Eve, the kind of night where silence carries weight, where secrets either rot in the dark or explode in the light. We were at the table, crystal glasses, carved turkey, forced smiles. My grandfather, usually quiet, set his fork down with surgical precision. He looked at me. "Did you enjoy the house I gave you a year ago?" The words hit like glass shattering. My chest tightened, my mouth dried. "What house?" I asked, my voice sharp, steady. He tilted his head, gaze shifting to my parents. Color drained from their faces, like the blood knew it was no longer safe staying there. That was the moment. The spark. The fracture that split everything wide open. Chaos followed. But not for me. For me, it was clarity. I should tell you this, I once believed in them. My parents. Believed in the warmth of family dinners, in sacrifices they claimed they made for me. They had me fooled. Years of manipulation wrapped in the language of love. But then I started noticing the patterns, subtle at first. My paychecks disappearing faster than I spent them. Bills mysteriously delayed. My mother urging me not to open my own mail, insisting she'd handle it. My father suddenly flush with cash, new toys, trips he claimed were work perks. And then there was the call. A banker, confused, asking if I'd like to confirm the property transfer under my name. Property I had never seen. That's when the first thread snapped. I didn't scream. I didn't accuse. I smiled. I nodded. I let them think I was still blind. Inside, I began building. Revenge isn't born from anger. Anger burns too hot, too fast. Revenge is ice. You let it crystallize, harden, sharpen. I dug, quietly. Every late night became a search. Bank statements, forged signatures, secret accounts. They hadn't just stolen the house. They'd siphoned money for years, selling pieces of my future for their own comfort. My life was their piggy bank. I remember staring at my reflection one night, whispering to myself, "You don't cry. You calculate." And I did. First, I copied everything. Documents, contracts, transfers. I built a case strong enough to crush them without raising suspicion. Second, I moved silently. Changed passwords, redirected mail, found an attorney who hated financial parasites as much as I did. But my favorite move? I waited. I let the trap ripen. I wanted the perfect moment, a stage, an audience. Christmas Eve. When grandfather asked about the house, I let the silence stretch. Let their panic breathe. My mother stammered, my father choked on his wine. I didn't speak. Not yet. I wanted them to feel it, every drop of sweat crawling down their necks, every heartbeat racing against the clock. Then I reached into my bag and slid a folder onto the table. Smooth, deliberate. "Funny thing," I said softly, "the house you gave me never reached me. But it reached them." I pointed to my parents. My voice was calm, surgical. And not just the house. Accounts, loans, transfers. Every theft signed in your names. The table went dead quiet. My parents froze, eyes darting, searching for an escape that wasn't there. I opened the folder. Pages fanned out like a magician's trick, each one a nail in their coffin. Forged signatures, bank transfers, proof layered over proof. Grandfather's hands trembled as he picked up the papers. His eyes narrowed, cold and sharp, cutting through the lies. And I sat back, savoring the silence. The eruption was beautiful. Grandfather's fury roared louder than any storm. My mother tried to cry, my father tried to explain, but every word only dug them deeper. Their empire of lies collapsed under the weight of truth. Then came the moment of pure symmetry. I stood, calm, composed, and pulled out one last envelope. Legal documents, the lawsuit, property reclamation, fraud charges, Power of attorney transferred away from them permanently. Everything had already been set in motion weeks before tonight. This, I said, sliding the papers across, was never a question of if, only when. My father's face broke, red, desperate. My mother whispered my name like a plea. I didn't look at them. I looked at grandfather. And in his eyes, I saw what I needed: approval. Not pity, not doubt, approval. By midnight, the table was empty. My parents, stripped of their masks, their money, their control, sat in stunned silence. Grandfather left with me, leaving them to choke on the ashes of what they'd built. I should have felt sorrow. Maybe once I would have. But sorrow is wasted on thieves. Now when I walk through the halls of my house, the one stolen from me, then reclaimed, I feel no guilt. Every creak in the floorboards is a reminder of my patience. Every doorframe whispers the truth. I was never weak. They thought they could write my story in invisible ink, vanishing my future before I even lived it.